Hey everybody, I'm Isaac.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Zach.
And we're HANSON for Dirty TV.
It's Jamila here, Dirty TV, V Festival 2011, and I'm joined by three familiar blokes. Yes, it's HANSON. Yes, they are back. How are you guys? How are you enjoying the festival?
We're enjoying the festival a lot. We just did our show, and I think it went over quite well. Yeah. Really good response from the crowd. A lot of fun.
Tons of bands.
Of bands are here. A bunch of bands that we know quite well.
Who have you seen today?
Well, actually, today I haven't had the opportunity to see anybody because we did our show and now we've been doing interviews. Yeah. But yesterday, I got to see Mark Ronson play. Got to see the Good Charlotte guys play. Got to see the Pierces. It's great.
Are you gonna see Rihanna or Eminem today?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of interested in the Eminem set purely because of his. I think he is really, really good at what he does, and I'm kind of interested to see it live. But I don't know. We got a crazy long day. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And let's talk about you. I mean, you had your album out. That was back in June. Yeah.
Oh, the new record.
Yes, the new one. Yeah. So, what's the reception been to the album like from your fans? Because obviously your fans have kind of grown with you along the way. So, what has their reception been to the album?
Reception has been great. I mean, the thing with your true fans is they've sort of followed every step, so they know where it's come from. I think we're really excited to be back in the UK, sort of sharing the music with people that haven't been following it as much.
Yeah,
you know,
so you want to get new fans as well.
Yeah, and it's a great mix of both. And part of the reason why we're coming back this fall as well. You know, we've got a tour that's happening in November, and why we're here at V, and just getting to play for people that have followed every step, and then for people that you're like, hey, check this out. You know.
And on tour, what sort of crazy antics happen? I mean, like, you're all brothers, so I'm sure it must be quite rock and roll. What sort of crazy things did you get up to?
It's not. I don't know. It's not so much the antics because we're brothers. I mean, we're in a band, so there's. It's more about the crazy antics on stage, great performances, and
stage diving.
Yeah. We don't do a lot of stage diving. We have actually fallen off stages by accident. I had a time where we were playing in the Fillmore West in San Francisco and had a huge catwalk that went out to the front. We were filming it for a DVD. Actually went to jumped over the up to the crosswalk.
It was actually quite a good jump.
And went and then continued falling.
Oh, no.
Yeah, went all the way off the stage.
Is that on YouTube?
It's probably on there somewhere.
I'll have to watch
we've had instruments fall over. We've had things explode on stage. You know.
And you are a band and you are brothers and you do go on tour a lot. Do you argue?
The thing about it is it's sort of like a marriage. You know, you have like the arguments you have are deep and they're sort of like people like silently like, and then we're very direct with each other when we're not in public. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not the kind that's like sitting in the middle just like yelling at each other and doing our dirty laundry in public, I guess. Yeah, well, it's just
what stays on tour.
Yeah, what happens on tour stays on tour. Yeah, it's like that in the studio as well. I think. You know, the thing is, the
answer is yes. I mean, we've been in a band together for almost 20 years, and so and about 15 years since pretty much everybody's known us. And I mean, ultimately, yeah, the arguments happen, but most of them are with a purpose. You know, you're trying to solve a problem, trying to work out like song stuff or like making the record. Like, you know, somebody's passionate about an idea, and you're going to duke it out. You know, and most of that is where a lot of that stuff comes from. But that's just because you give a crap.
Would you ever consider going solo and doing your own projects and doing your own stuff?
We all kind of, you know, the thing about the band is it's more than just a band. I mean, it's like this is who we are. You know, we've made music together since we were kids. I think there's lots of different things that everybody's into. I can totally imagine, you know, people doing different projects and, you know, even technically making records on their own, but like whatever you call them, solo records. And, but I just can't imagine that HANSON, like, we're not always going to want to make music together. You know, it's something that you kind of, you know, you can't necessarily explain it. You know, there'll probably be times where we'll go like, hey, let's take a little time off because we've been a band for almost 20 years, and so I think the main thing about it is just always being inspired. And if somebody says, hey, I really want to make a pop polka metal record, and I really feel like this crazy like accordion player that plays through amps should rock it with me, then you'd be like, awesome. You know, whoever that is, wasn't my.
I'm glad you're so flexible. Well, HANSON, you've been great. I've been Jamila, and this has been Dirty TV.